Hello and welcome to this video. I'm Lee and today I'm going to be discussing with you how you can create a follow-up sequence that actually works. So please watch this video in its entirety to ensure that you get the full benefit of the guidance. Feel free to take any notes as you feel is necessary, but remember you can pause, rewind and rewatch at your leisure. And at the end of the video, any links that are discussed throughout this or any references can be found beneath the video. So, what is a follow-up series? It's a series of pre-written emails that get sent out at predetermined times and intervals from the moment someone opts into a specific list. So, as we've been through, you have your landing page where you're trying to get people to opt in. Whether you're giving them a lead magnet or whether you're enticing them with the thought of presenting them with an exclusive offer, you're trying to get them onto that email list so that you can market to them as and when you want. Now, once they're on your list, you can send, as I say, you can send emails any day you want. So you can wake up one day and go, right, today I'm going to send this email and it's going to be about whatever. But the beauty of these autoresponder services is that you can set them up so that when someone opts into your list, it automatically triggers a series of emails that they will receive however you set it up. So you could set up as many emails as you want. You could set up so that someone joins your list on the 1st of January and every day following the 1st of January, they receive a fresh email. You pre-write these emails, you set them into the system, you write them once, and then it doesn't matter how, you can have millions of people join your list, and you don't have to write the emails again. They automatically get sent, and it's just a system and the series following them subscribing to the list. So what can I do with an email series? You can build a relationship with that list because obviously they've come to you via this landing page. They won't know much about you. They don't know what you've got to offer, what you're planning to offer. So you can really start to build a relationship, introduce yourself. It all depends on what your strategy is, how you're going to nurture that list, how you're going to promote them realistically. Now, obviously, you can provide useful information. You may decide that your strategy is going to be that you're going to promote infrequently, but you're going to try and build a following, you're going to build interaction, you want people to email you back, and really, as I say, build that relationship. So you're going to be hitting them with loads of offers. You may just be driving them back to a useful website that you've got. You run your own website, so you're funneling that traffic in a circle. You may just be sending emails with useful tips every day, so they get used to saying, "Oh, there's an email from Dave Smith. What's his tip of the day?" Okay. Obviously, what you can do is, if you've got your own products, you can create your own products. You can sell those products. So it may be the case that you look to sell your products every single day, but you don't have to be so obvious about it. You can send emails about anything and then just have a link to a sales page in it. So as I say, it can be just useful information, it can be lessons and anything that comes to mind, and you build the relationship, but you're always there's always that call to action at the end to say, this is my product, this is my service. Okay. And obviously you can promote other offers, which is slightly different because you're going to have to go at it in a slightly different way, because each offer is going to be slightly different, but obviously you would have brought people into your list for a specific reason, so the offers will have to be somewhat relevant to the leading strategy. As I say, you always need to have a strategy with your follow-up series. You need to appreciate how they got onto the list initially. Now, if they got onto your list initially because they wanted to lose weight, they're unlikely to want to know about business opportunities. So you need to have a link between how they got onto the list and how you're going to nurture them, how you're going to interact with them, what information you're going to provide, what offers. It's all got to be linked. You've got to really think about it. You've got to really research the offers to start with, to basically create your strategy. You need to find relevant content. Now, whether this is information, tips, freebies, anything you're going to send to your list, it has to be relevant, and that goes in with how they got onto your list. It has to be 100% relevant, because if it isn't relevant, they're not going to read it, and then the next time they get an email, they're going to be like, well, this wasn't really relevant last time, probably isn't going to be relevant this time. And you need to find offers and products to complement the lead-in strategy. So, as I've just explained just a few moments ago, it needs to follow some sort of consistency from the start. You really need to research those offers from day one, so you get a selection of offers that might be slightly different. You don't want the same offers over and over again, unless it's your same product and you're trying to slowly warm them into purchasing it. If you're sending them to offers, you want them to be different, you want them to be fresh. So when they click on them, it's something new and it's not the same landing page that they're seeing over and over again. So what types of emails can you send? You can send anything, to be perfectly honest, as long as it's engaging, thought-provoking, and somewhat actionable. You can send anything, okay? But as I say, you can send promotional ones, so whether it's to your own products or to other people's offers. You can send free actionable content where you're basically giving them a bit of content that they can actually go ahead and do something. You can remind them about things that are coming up in the future, things that have just happened, things that are happening today, new products coming out, etc. You can provide people with resources or where they can find resources. You can basically tell them about lessons that you've learned or lessons that you've read about from someone else. And you can ask questions. So you can basically put questions out there and ask people to respond to you. And that will actually help you create content later down the line, because people will respond to you and you'll actually create many emails just by talking to people, because people will tell you what they want to achieve, and then you can go out and find how to do it and find specific offers, find content, write content. It's a massive cycle, a really good way to go about it. So what to consider in each email? Now, this again is another important thing, because when people actually read the email, this is what they see. So it has to be engaging. You need to get your formatting on point. Now, I always like emails to be relatively short, and I like the lines to be relatively short. So we're talking about 6 or 7 words per line. We don't want to have 25 words on each line. So what you've got to appreciate is that a lot of people, they watch these, they read the emails on their phones, and if there's loads of lines in one thing, loads of words in one line, it's going to be contracted and whatever. We want it to be all nice, slick, and we can see what is important straight away without zooming in and all that sort of stuff, okay? Now you need to make sure that your subject line is attention grabbing. Exactly the same thing with your landing page. Every time you send an email, you need to really think about the subject, because if the subject heading or the email heading isn't enticing, you don't even get the click. You don't even get people reading that email. So it is the most crucial part. You need to entice people to click. It needs to be really attention grabbing. You need one call to action. So when we say one call to action, following reading this email, you need to do one thing. So there's no point trying to sell multiple offers or selling an offer, trying to get them to opt in, or watch a YouTube video and buy an offer. You want them to do one thing. It doesn't matter what it is, but you want them to just do one thing per email. You want to keep the links on separate lines. So you're going to have text or paragraphs, and in between paragraphs, you're going to have your links. They're on a separate line. I always like to put them in bold, with a kind of little arrow so people see this is what it is. Never put the actual link, always mask it within the email service so that it says something like click here for access, and then when they click on it, it sends them to that. And it's very easy to do that within the system. We'll show you that. And also, what's important is to preview, check, and check again. So we're talking about grammar, spelling, all that sort of stuff that it is you can kind of overlook when you're rushing things. And I'm guilty of it all the time, and I hold my hands up that I make mistakes with grammar all the time. But if you reread, you proofread, you check it, because obviously you send it out there, someone's going to read it, and if it doesn't make sense, they're going to think, "Oh, this guy's an idiot." So let's move on. So just make sure you get all of that right in an email. Okay, so now we've got the initial emails that are going to be within your autoresponder. Now, the very first email that you're going to send is going to be the welcome and fulfillment email. Now, I've got a little template that I'm going to show you in a brief second when we move forward to actually the tutorial of building the email sequence. So I'll go through it in more detail, but basically you want to introduce yourself, you want to provide the whatever you were incentivizing people with, and then you want to go one step further and you want to provide more. Okay, so you want to basically create more content, another freebie, so when people read your email they're going to be like, wow, we've got the freebie that I was really wanting, and then they've thought the next step further, and then there's another little freebie, so they're going to think, right, this guy is all about value. And as I say, it doesn't really need to be that extensive. It doesn't really have to be something that takes you weeks and weeks to put together. It's something that, as long as you're confident and you've put together something decent, it can be something that can be put together really, really rapidly. Okay, and within this email, you're going to want to invite people to connect with you and check you out on other platforms if appropriate. Then the next email you want to send is probably a specific email where you're inviting people to connect with you. So you're specifically going to be talking about other platforms. So you're going to get people to see you at other places, and by getting them to check you out on other platforms, your name and everything about you is going to be more in their conscious. So when they get the emails, they're more likely to want to read them. The third email that you could send, you don't have to send this one, is a request for information. Now you can do this by putting together a survey, and you can basically ask people what their problems are, what their pain points are, and as I've said before, it helps you build together the questions that you need to answer and what your audience wants to know. Okay. Then next email that you can send is basically a reminder of all three, because as I say, some people might not read the first email, some will, some might cross it off or whatever. You send an email where you discuss all of the three. So you remind people that, did you check out your lead magnet? Did you check out the offer? Did you connect with me on social media or on YouTube? And do you have any issues that you want me to help you with? I'm here to help. And then you hit them up after that. The fifth one is with another third actionable piece of content, something really valuable that they're, again, and it really builds that trust with you. So then when you move forward with emails that are possibly more promotional, you've gained that trust. You've already gained that trust. So it's incredibly powerful to kind of set the groundwork early, whatever your strategy is. So I'm now going to move forward to the autoresponder, and I'm going to talk you through the way of how you build the autoresponder sequence. We're going to go through that initial email a bit more, and I'm going to show you a few more hints and tips to really get your autoresponder to be quite in depth. Right, so we've jumped across to the autoresponder again, and I'm just going to show you about the autoresponder features and the follow-up sequence. So what you want to do is you want to head over to where it says messages, the drop down menu comes down here. We click on legacy follow-up series, and then we click on drag and drop email builder. And basically this is to some degree self-explanatory. We can drag certain things into this main body here and create other things, logos, signatures, videos, images, paragraphs, all this sort of stuff. But realistically, we don't really need to bother too much with that. We just need to settle ourselves with the actual text, because that's what we're concerned with. Okay, so as I said, I've got this base email which is for the first one, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this. I'm going to copy this here, and then we'll talk about it once we get in there. As you say, the title, I always say the title in the first one, be cheeky, be funny, be silly, right? So let's go back to the email. I'm going to copy that if we can, delete that. We're going to paste that information in there, right? So the title is something fun. I don't know. Hell yeah. Let's do this. Okay. Just anything, something similar. Just something to grab their initial attention. Hopefully, within the opt-in, you've persuaded people to check the email straight away, so they're going to do it anyway. But they're going to sit there and be like, "All right, that's somewhat amusing." So anyway, so we go to the actual email, the body. Now, the first one, you really want to offer some value. You want to get people to appreciate you, and you want to get people to really want to check your emails again. So what I usually do is I introduce myself somewhat, but in a kind of friendly way. So I just said, I'm Lee, and thanks for taking the time to read this email. I know you're super busy, but I come prepared with goodies I know you will want. And then I say, you're reading this email because you requested the lead magnet. So here it is. So where I've said lead magnet, you need to write whatever it was, 10 ways to do this. And then this is it. So here you can say the same. So 10 ways to do whatever. And then what you need to do is you need to put the link to wherever it is. So it could be that you've got it in a PDF online somewhere. What you do is you type in whatever you want that to be. You highlight it. You go up to this icon here, which is 2 links. And then within there, you write whatever the link is, okay? Whatever the link of wherever you've stored it. And then that becomes an actual link. Always make it bold, okay? And then I go on to kind of move one step forward, so that this is what they came for. So this is basically why they're reading this email. They've clicked on it. That might be it. But you want to offer so much more. So I say, I hope you gain a lot of insight from the lead magnet. But as a totally free bonus, I've got you a second freebie for you that X, Y, and Z, whatever it might be. You need to spend a bit of time and come up with a secondary one. That's going to be here. So we do the same. So wherever you've stored that becomes the second link there. And then again, you want to basically present them with some offers, some more offers. Okay. So when you've done that, when you've done your landing page, your squeeze page, you should have redirected them in some manner of shape or form to an offer anyway. And they may have gone with it, they may not have done. Okay. But here's when you kind of basically present them with more offers. And you say, what's more, I know it can be a bit of a jungle out there, so I've secured a few additional bonuses to get you going from the off, okay? And what you do is, here, you find 2 offers. Now, one of them could be the offer that you redirected them. One could be another similar one. And again, they're here bonus 1, and you find your affiliate link to that, and you stick it in there, and you do the same with bonus 2, okay? And then I basically continue the conversation. I say, look, if you're specifically looking for X, Y, and Z, then I highly recommend that you check out something else. Now, this could be something else. This could be a book, okay? This could be something a really good, insightful book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, or one of these sort of books that everyone really should read, and you can give a bit of a tip or whatever. Okay, and then I hit them up with just a little bit of positivity. Now this can be anything. Find something good, but this is just an example. I've just put here, remember, always have a positive mental attitude, never give up on yourself, go first and start today. So just a few generic stuff there, just to try and get people to kind of, yeah, I want to do this, let's go. And then I give the I offer to connect with them when I say, if you want to hang out and connect further, hit me up by checking out my social media. So this might be, I could put in a link there for my Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, whatever you've got, stick it in there, and then they might connect with you. Okay, take care, Lee. And that's that, okay? So that's pretty simple. Do you know, and as you can see, it's nicely formatted, none of the lines are too much, so better read this, enjoy it, and it's as simple as that, okay? So once you've done that, you want to click, I've already got the headline there, we're going to click Save and Exit. And that is that. So we've got it there, pretty simple. And the next thing you do is you need to click on the send option. So here we are, we've created this email, the send options, and we're going to add to the follow-up sequence. So add to the follow-up series, yes. Follow-up number 1, this is the welcome message your subscribers will get immediately after signing up. Yep, so we just click add follow-up to series. Right, so now this is our follow-up sequence, and we can see that email number 1 is this one that we've just created, send immediately. So as soon as they've opted in, however that was the case, they will receive this very first email. Okay. Now, what you can do is you can create further emails. Now, it depends on however your strategy was. We briefly discussed it just a few moments ago. Things what you could do, but you can either follow one of those strategies, or you can then start putting promotional offers. Now, at some point in time, it is good to basically fill your autoresponder with a load of promotional emails. And one of the good ways you can do this is that you can get what's called email swipes. So you go back to the JV page of whatever the product, or whatever product it was, and you don't want to get them all from the same product. Okay, you then go to the JV page of that product. So obviously from here you can see there's a view JV page. Go here, and on the JV page is going to be a whole variety of stuff, and emails are created for you. Okay, so we can use these emails if we wish. Okay, so what we do is we go up to the we're back to our follow-up sequence here, create message, drag your email builder, and then we go back to where it was. So just say this one, these are the subject lines, so I'm just going to copy one of them there, paste it in there, and then going to go back to the JV page, and this is it. So I'm going to copy this, copy that email, and go to here, delete that, paste that in there. Then you can go through and slightly alter it however you feel is appropriate. It's your own personal formatting style. You can delete things that aren't quite whatever you want. So you look at it, you think that's already there. These are obviously written to convert. We then obviously here we can insert affiliate link. We can change that to don't miss out. And then as we know, we do that. We go here, and then here is where we put our affiliate link. So for me, I'll just copy that, etc. Paste it in there if I wanted to. And here, yep. And then once that's done, just I've got my affiliate link, the email's done. That only took me 25 seconds. Save and exit. We get the same thing, send options, add to the follow-up series. Now here is the interval. So I can say follow-up sequence sent number 2 is sent 1 day after the previous, or I can do 2 days, 3 days, 4, whatever you want. So we'll just say 1 day after the previous one, and click add to the follow-up sequence. And that's that. So that's there. And then what I can do is I can go back to affiliate networks or whatever and find a new offer for every single day. So I can then spend a bit of time finding offers, then getting the email swipe, creating these things, and I can have a huge list of follow-ups. Now, I know some people out there that create follow-up sequences in excess of 200 days. So they send, as soon as someone hits their list, they've automatically hit with an email every single day for about a year. So you can imagine that. You've done the hard work to get someone into your list, and they'll get an email every day for a year, and the potential is that over the course of the year, they might click on a few of those links, they might buy a few, so you've got them in once, and they might buy 2 or 3 products. And imagine you replicate that, you keep going, and it's really, really easy. It's really, really powerful, and you just saw how simple it is. And you can, once you've done that, you can then send broadcasts as well. So we've got these emails that will automatically be sent whenever we want those emails to be sent, and then we basically then create a broadcast, and that can be sent exactly the same. So we'll just do another one here just for the sake of it, and we're gonna say let's just try one of these ones. So that one, put it in there, and then get the email, go to the message, delete the stuff there. Just quickly and as you know, we can put in our link, so we copy that, we click on the link, we put in our affiliate link, and then we click save and exit. We get to the same page here, and obviously we could click add follow-up series, okay, like we've done before, but we might just want to send it. We're talking about, this is further down the line. We've already created our sequence. They're getting loads of emails that are going to come to us, but we have a specific offer for today, and we want to send it today. So we click on schedule broadcast, okay, and here it is. We just click send message now, green button, and it gets sent out straight away. So you've got 2 avenues to send emails to people, really effective. But the autoresponder is brilliant because as soon as people join the list, they get all of these emails. They want to hear from you, and it's on autopilot. So really, really superb way of doing things, and it's something that makes us a lot of money. It makes a lot of other people money, and it's a superb thing. So thanks for reaching the end of this video. I hope it was clear. I hope it was beneficial. Remember to always take action on what you've learned today. So today we're speaking about the autoresponder series, how to do that, how to craft the emails, what the emails need to include. So what you need to do is, you've already done the other stuff today. You now need to go ahead and you need to create that autoresponder follow-up sequence, and you need to do it now. Okay, so don't forget, any reference or anything we spoke about in this video is going to be below, and thanks. Have a great day.